Yeah, so I was saying yesterday we started with SQL and we completed our first lecture, that is theory about SQL. So let's understand all the stuff in detail in short revision. So we saw a few things like database, SQL, few DDL command, DML command, etc., etc. Let's do the quick revision of it in 10 minutes. So let's start with database. What is database? Database is a collection of a database is a collection of multiple tables, we can say. Like for example, ये एक place है जिसके अंदर हमारे पास multiple table है. This is T1, this is T2, and this is T3. So this is called database. So database is a collection of multiple table, and each table have data inside it. Right, so this table have a set of data, this table have another set of data, this table have another set of data. Let's take an example of Amazon. If you're talking about Amazon, so this table will have customers data, this table will have sellers data, this table will have order data. Right, so these three tables are there, and the collection of all these three tables is called database. Right, and in database usually data is stored in form of table. Right, you guys remember, right? And what is table? Table is a collection of columns and rows. That is called table. ठीक है. उसके अलावा we discussed different types of database. We saw hierarchical database, then we saw network database, then there is object oriented database, we have relationship database, then we have NoSQL database. So अगर simple term में इसको बोला जाए तो कैसा होता है ना कि अगर एकदम basic layman language में if you wanted to know what data is, so we can't directly contact database. Like who we are user, and this is database. This is database and this is a user. So user can't directly contact database. If you wanted to connect with database, you need to use DBMS, database management system. What is DBMS? Database management system is a software. So what a user do is, what a common person do is, user contact DBMS, and through DBMS database is connected. Right, so DBMS is a software, or we can call it a tool by using which you can reach to the database. Right, and ये DBMS are divided into two types, we can say. DBMS is divided into two types. One is RDBMS and second one is NoSQL. What is RDBMS? Anyone know what is RDBMS? कल हमने पढ़ा था. What is RDBMS?
Sir,
Relational
store data
database.
in an organized manner.
Correct. RDBMS is relational database management system, right?
Yes, sir.
And what it does?
It stores the data in
in
a
organized
tabular
manner.
form.
Stored in tabular format.
Perfect. It stored data in an organized format. That means it stored data in tabular format. So if you wanted to store your data in tabular format, you need to use RDBMS, right? And what NoSQL, or we can call it as non-relational database, non-relational database management system, that is also known as NoSQL. It does store data in a structured format. It's stored in random format, right? So इसका example क्या होगा? इसका example होगा MongoDB वगैरह वगैरह. और इसका example क्या होगा? इसका example होगा MySQL, SQL Server, right? So fun. So this is what MySQL, MongoDB, all this stuff are. So Abhi, we are a user and we need to contact database to store our information, right? We are a normal user and I want to store my information into database. So I need to contact database, right? Hello. I need to contact database. So if I want to contact computer does not understand English. Computer don't know English. Which language does computer supports? Computer
Binary language.
programming language करना पड़ेगा ना?
Yes, sir.
Computer know only programming language. Computer does not know our English language. So we need to write a programming language to reach DBMS, to reach database. Or जो programming language which is used in DBMS, that programming language is called SQL.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ये कल हमने पढ़ा था, if you guys remember. SQL. What is SQL?
Yes, sir.
ये भी हमने पढ़ा. What is SQL? What do you think?
So it's a query language.
It's
Correct.
structured query
It
language.
is a structured language. It is used to interact with relational database management system.
Correct. SQL is a structured query language. किसी को पता है there is also another name of SQL? Anyone know what is the different name of SQL? SQL was earlier named as something else. What?
SQL, sir.
Very good. SQL.
SQL.
So हुआ ये था, I'm just giving a short story. आपको ये कोई पूछेगा ना इंटरव्यू, no one will ask you in this interview. Neither you need to say this to anyone. Earlier, IBM, one of the first company who started SQL, So IBM launched this query language that is SQL. SQL का full form था मेरे ख्याल से structured query, structured English query language. Structured English
Yes, sir.
query language. And after few years, they renamed this SQL into SQL and they named it a structured query language. Right? So even if you say SQL or you say SQL, both are one and the same, does not matter. Right? अगर कोई बोल रहा है, do you know SQL? So don't get confused. SQL and SQL both are one and the same. Just giving a basic overview to you. SQL and SQL both are same, and these are the programming language. And why we write this programming language? Because we need to reach to database to store our information. Are you guys understanding that?
Yes, sir.
Correct? And
Yes, sir.
There are different commands. Just a minute. And there are for SQL we need to write a lot of different command. So एक short form बताता हूँ मैं. I missed that adding over here. I thought I'll add in this slide and share with you, but I missed that. There are different commands we need to write. उस command को बोला जाता है CRUD. The short form is
Yes.
CRUD.
C का full form क्या है? Create. R is for
Create, read,
correct.
Read.
Read. U is for
Update.
correct. And D is for
Delete.
correct.
delete.
So by using SQL or by using SQL, you can create database, you can create table, you can read the database or you can read the table. You can update your table, कुछ change करना है जैसे कि for example salary. If I'm creating an employee database, next year उसका salary बढ़ गया 5%, 2% जितना भी बढ़ता है. Companies only pay 5%, 2% unless and until you are switching in some other company. But whatever the salary is increasing, you need to update that salary in the same record, right? You don't need to create a new record. You will be changing
Yes,
in the
sir.
same record. So that is what update means. Suppose I leave that company, I resign from my company, so my data will get deleted. They need to delete my data. So that is what D does, delete. Okay. So create, read, update, and delete. These are the commands which we can perform by using SQL, that is SQL. Okay. So there are different SQL, we can say divided into 4 or 5 types of in different categories. One is data definition language, that is DDL. Under DDL, what we can do is we can create the structure of the table. Right? You can give the structure of the table. पहले मुझे data store करने से पहले I need to create a table. है ना? Table बनाऊंगा तभी तो उसके अंदर data store करूंगा.
Yes, sir.
So first I'll create a table. How I'll create a table? By using data definition language. Are you understanding this?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
then second thing is अभी table तो बन गया. उस table के अंदर मुझे I need to add the record. I need to add the values. That is done by data manipulation language. That is DML. ठीक
Yes,
है?
sir.
Now I want to
Yes, sir.
see the record. मुझे देखना है record. I want to see the record. For that we'll use data query language, DQL. Data query language. So we'll write select
Yes, sir.
star from employee table, select XYZ columns from this XYZ table, etc., etc. Right? And then we'll use DCL, that is data control language. And by using this, we can give control to the XYZ user. Right? That person can
Yes, sir.
grant something, that person can do XYZ operation. That we can do by using DCL language. Are you guys understanding?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes,
we
sir.
also saw about different types of data. That is numeric data. We saw there are integer जो हम लोग use करते हैं for numeric. Then there is varchar, which is more popular. Then we have date and time. Then we have binary. Then we have Boolean types. We have enumeration. Right? So all these things are different data types. We also saw about MySQL. What is MySQL? Can anyone give me a brief? What is MySQL?
MySQL is a relational database management system. It's like a tool where we can perform our create, read, and update, delete everything in this tool.
Correct. So अगर मुझे कुछ डेटा को स्टोर करना है, so I need a platform in which I can write the SQL code, right? To write that SQL code, I need a tool or I need a platform. That tool, they have different tool. One of the tool is MySQL, right? Another tool is SQL query, SQL server. दूसरा है Oracle. There are a lot of different tools. Whichever you feel good, you can do that. I prefer during this training, we'll be doing in MySQL. Okay. We also saw how to install MySQL. If you guys have followed me yesterday, we have installed successfully. And if you have not, I have already shared this PDF. You can watch this PDF and do the installation. Suppose by chance if the SQL is not getting installed, जैसे कि कल we had an error. So what you need to do is, suppose you are getting SQL installation के time पे if you are getting some error, then you need to uninstall whatever you install. First you need to uninstall it, delete the thing, again download it, install it, and instead of installing custom, you need to install full. Then there will be no error. First try with
Yes, sir.
custom. If custom is getting fail, if custom is showing error, then install full one instead of custom. Okay, there are very less options
Yes,
when
sir.
you install from full. There are very less settings because everything will be automated, but there will be no error, right? And both are one and the same. ठीक है?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And yes, we saw all the stuff. You need to give some password वगैरह because this will be in your local desktop. So give anything which you can remember, right? ऐसा कुछ strong password मत दे देना that you need to recall. उसके लिए time जाएगा. Then yeah, that's it. This is how you can install MySQL. Once everything has been installed, then you need to click on this finish button, and उसके बाद में workbench, you need to open workbench to write the SQL. We'll be doing this today. We'll be writing few commands today. So आपको समझ में आ जाएगा what to open and how to open. ठीक है? यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आ रहा है? This was the revision of yesterday's lecture. I hope there is no doubt in this.
No doubt,
Yes,
sir.
I tried
No
to
doubt, sir.
explain in some other language. I tried to explain with some other example. Yesterday we saw all this thing by using Amazon ka example. Today I explain you with some different example, right? Just trying to make things clear to you. That's why we did this. Now let's understand what is constraints. अभी constraints क्या है? Constraints are of two type. One is column level and second one is table level. Usually we go for column level. We never use table level. Column level में क्या क्या constraint होता है? Constraints are like you need to define the column. जैसे कि this column should be this column should be unique value. This column should be primary key वगैरह वगैरह. Let's try to understand this with one example. Suppose I'm creating a table. Sorry for my drawing. In school days, I was very good in drawings. Don't know what happened after that. Okay, so
Sir,
let's
this is
start.
also very good, sir.
Okay, so let's start with a common example of schools, right? Let's say I interviewed in school and they hired me as a SQL developer in school. So I'm working in that school. That school is for let's say till standard 10th. They are teaching the standard 10th. So अगर मुझे if I want to create a table, right? So there is a database. Database का नाम क्या होगा? Let's say the school name is क्या नाम रखे? बी एकेडमी. ठीक है, जो भी आपको रखना है वो रख दो. लेट्स से द स्कूल नेम इज बी एकेडमी एंड इन दिस स्कूल देयर आर 10 स्टैंडर्ड्स, राइट? सो हर एक स्टैंडर्ड के लिए वी नीड टू क्रिएट डिफरेंट टेबल, राइट? So one
Yes,
table
yes,
will
sir.
be for first standard, second table will be for second standard, third table will be for third standard, etc., etc. So at the end of the day, we'll be having 10 tables,
yes, sir.
right? 10 tables,
Yes, sir.
and this is called database. This is database, this is table. और उस टेबल के अंदर जो हम लोग कॉलम्स एंड रोज ऐड करेंगे, दैट आर रिकॉर्ड्स, दैट आर डेटा, राइट? सपोज वी आर क्रिएटिंग थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड का टेबल. तो थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड का टेबल क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. इस थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड के टेबल के अंदर व्हाट इन्फॉर्मेशन वी वांटेड टू ऐड? आई वांट टू ऐड स्टूडेंट आईडी, और वी कैन से लेट्स मेक इट थोड़ा सिंपल, रोल नंबर. So first is roll number, after that student name, then their address, then I want to add their mobile number if we wanted to contact their parents, right? Mobile number आएगा. फिर क्या आएगा और क्या होता है?
कितना
Total
बटेगा?
marks. और क्या बोल रहा हूँ, और क्या आ रहा है? Please turn off your mic. Some background noise is there.
चलना बराबर बात.
और क्या आ सकता है? What do you think? Roll number, name, address, mobile number. Roll number, name, address, mobile number, marks, etc., etc. Let's say roll number.
Yes, sir.
There should not be a duplication data in roll number, right? सभी का roll number should be different. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. So either we can give
Yes,
roll
sir.
number as unique or we can give roll number as primary key. But before that, I want to know
Yes,
what
sir.
is the difference between primary key and unique key. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between unique
Yes,
key
sir.
and primary key? What do you think?
Primary key contains distinct
नंबर ही
value.
रहता है प्राइमरी की में
क्या होता है?
Distinct
नंबर ही
value रहता है.
Just a minute.
नॉन नहीं रहता है
Everyone wanted to call me now only. Sorry for this. I'll try to keep my phone on silent. Yeah. Coming back to the topic, unique में distinct रहता है और primary key में क्या रहता है?
Primary key में
null
distinct रहता है with no null रहता है.
Correct. So only difference between unique and primary key is primary key does not have null value, no null value, but unique might have one null value.
Yes, sir.
यूनिक में कम से ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक नल वैल्यू हो सकता है. इन यूनिक देयर कैन बी वन नल वैल्यू, बट इन प्राइमरी की देयर शुड नॉट बी नल वैल्यू. नॉन डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज तो दोनों में चाहिए, बट दैट इज व्हाट द डिफरेंस इज. रोल नंबर शुड नॉट बी नल, राइट? व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
Yes,
Roll
sir.
number should not be null. So we'll define roll as primary key. Are you
Yes, sir.
understanding?
Yes, sir.
If the roll number is null, then we can't track
Yes,
any
sir.
student. That's why roll number should not be null. So roll number is primary key. Second, name.
Yes, sir.
सपोज इसका नाम है अक्षय, इसका नाम है अजय, इसका नाम है मोती रंजन, इसका नाम है देवी प्रसाद, राइट? इस तरह से कुछ नाम है. देयर आर फ्यू स्टूडेंट्स के नेम. सो नेम शुड नॉट बी नल. सॉरी, नेम भी वो नहीं होना चाहिए. नेम में डुप्लीकेट हो सकता है. देयर कैन बी टू अक्षय इन द क्लास. तो वी कांट डिफाइन इट यूनिक और वी कांट डिफाइन इट प्राइमरी की. तो इसको छोड़ दो, इसको कुछ देने की जरूरत नहीं है. देन वी हैव एड्रेस. एड्रेस भी नल होगा तो चलेगा, राइट? तो उसको भी छोड़ दो. या नेम शुड नॉट बी नल, तो मैं इसको दूंगा नॉट नल. दिस कमांड प्राइमरी की भी डिफाइन हो गया, नॉट नल भी डिफाइन हो गया. देन वी हैव मोबाइल नंबर. सो मोबाइल नंबर सभी के पास जरूरी नहीं कि मोबाइल नंबर फोन हो, राइट? बट फोन शुड बी यूनिक.
Unique.
फोन डुप्लीकेट नहीं होना चाहिए. फोन शुड बी यूनिक. और शायद एक दो ऐसे पेरेंट्स होंगे हु डज नॉट हैव अ फोन. हो सकता है ऐसे केस में, वी नीड टू अज्यूम. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी विल बी गिविंग फोन नंबर एज यूनिक कॉलम. मोबाइल नंबर विल बी यूनिक.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
like this. And let's say default. What is default? Default matlab let's say address, or let's say gender. We have gender. So agar if we are not writing any gender to any student, then default gender should be male. That is what I'm giving, right? मतलब हर एक स्टूडेंट के लिए I need to write a gender, either male or female, something like that. But suppose I miss writing male or female, then by default the value should be male or female, whatever you want to give, you can give that.
Yes, sir.
That is what default is. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. And उसके अलावा after that we have this one more thing, foreign key. What is foreign key? What is foreign key?
No, that's means including, sir, duplicate value or null value.
Yeah, foreign key might have duplicate value, but that is not the correct definition of foreign key. What is the correct definition of foreign key?
Sir, another table primary key is known as foreign key.
Very good. A primary key in one table becomes foreign key in another table. So in this table, primary key is roll number, but in another table, if I use student roll number, so that will be foreign key. Are you understanding? So for student table, roll number will be primary key. For teacher table, student roll number will be foreign key. Just giving one random example. Okay. And yeah, it can be duplicate values.
Okay,
There is
sir.
no worry with that. Last one is check. What do you think? What is check? Constraint is?
So actually, it is a type of limit in a column.
Correct. Yeah. So here we can give condition. Simple word may we can say in check we can give some condition. Condition like what? Condition should be marks should be greater than 35. ऐसा कुछ. So if you are adding marks less than 35, then it will not allow. Right? ऐसा तो सिचुएशन नहीं होगा. ऐसा स्कूल में अगर होता तो that हम लोग सब लोग पास हो जाते. But in my school, I'm giving this liberty to all the students that all the students should be passing. Right? But that is how you can define the constraints. Primary key, unique, not
Yes, sir.
null, foreign key, check and default. Anyone have any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
All
going
clear.
ahead. Let's start with practical. बहुत हो गया theory. Let's start the training with practical. तो practical के लिए क्या करेंगे? We have already installed MySQL. तो आपको सर्च करना है workbench. If you already installed SQL, you need to search workbench and double click on this workbench. The workbench will get open. If you have installed some other tool, SQL Server या फिर Oracle, whatever it is, then you need to open that thing, right? Suppose you have not installed SQL, maybe XYZ reason, or your computer is not supporting SQL. Then if you wanted to practice, I'm giving you one option that you need to go to Google and you need to search W3 school SQL. So here also you can practice. I'm not saying this is the best tool for this, no, but kuch nahi se kuch to acha, right? If you don't have anything,
Yes,
at
sir.
least you can practice over here.
Yes, sir.
So this is a good website. In my college days, we used to rely on this website. I'm not sure now how many people use it, but here you will find all the theory things. I'll be sharing the PDF with you, but still, if you wanted to know more in the theory thing, you can go to each and everything and you can learn all the theory part over here. Here you can see MySQL is there. Click on MySQL, and here you can perform MySQL task. पता नहीं एग्जैक्ट क्लास के टाइम पे इन माय नेट गेट स्लो. ठीक है, एनीवेज यू नीड टू क्लिक ओवर हियर एंड देन इफ यू स्क्रॉल डाउन you will see this type of screen. It will ask try it yourself. Click on try it yourself and there you can write all the commands which we are writing now. ठीक है, if you don't have any tool installed in your computer. ठीक है, so now let's start with MySQL. This will be our first screen. This will be our first screen of MySQL. ठीक है, this is a place from where you can log in inside MySQL. If you double click on it, the MySQL will get open. Suppose because of XYZ reason, this is not what do you say? This is not visible. XYZ reason might be you deleted it, or might be you have not installed properly, or maybe XYZ reason it is not visible. This section, this gray section, local instance is not visible. Then how to open it? How to bring this? Can you see the small plus button?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Click
sir.
on this plus button, and this window will come in front of you. There is a connection name. Here you need to write the name of the thing. Whatever name you want, you can write it. We'll go for local instance only. Local instance 2. इसको कुछ नहीं चेंज करना है. नो नीड ऑफ चेंजिंग कनेक्शन मेथड, नो नीड ऑफ चेंजिंग होस्ट नेम, नो नीड ऑफ चेंजिंग पोर्ट, नो नीड ऑफ चेंजिंग रूट. यू जस्ट नीड टू क्लिक ऑन पासवर्ड स्टोर वॉल्ट जो लिखा है, यू टू क्लिक ओवर देयर and write down any XYZ password which you want to write. It should be simple enough that you need to recall it. You don't need to recall it. So I'll just give some random password like 1234 and I'll click OK and test connection 1234. Save password कर देता हूँ मैं, no need of writing it. Okay and click on OK. So can you see this local instance too? This got
Yes.
created. This is how
Yes,
you can
sir.
create. If this is not visible in front, this is not visible to you, then only you can create this. Right? If it is already there, then there is no use. If you want to delete it, how to delete it? Right click on this and click on delete connection. Not all connection. All connection करोगे तो दोनों जाएगा. Delete connection and this local instance too will get deleted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's open this. If you double click on it, it will ask for password, but it is not asking for me because I have already write down the password. मैंने उसको सॉरी डोंट से डोंट आस्क पासवर्ड कुछ करके रखा है. ओके, सो दिस इज द स्क्रीन इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. Is this left hand side of the thing is called schemas, where what do you say, where all your administrator work is stored, right? Some administrator task will be there. No, we don't need to use this. This panel, this window is a query window जहाँ पर you need to write the queries. This is a query window. Below that, you will see the output, not the actual output. You will see the line that the command is successful, the command is fail, etc., etc. And this is just an additional thing. We don't require this. You can increase or decrease the size. But can you see this 3 button? You can click on the last button and this will get
Yes,
hidden. I'll just click on it और वो चला जाएगा. Right? You can also remove this by clicking on this. You can also remove this left section by clicking on this. But I don't want to remove this because here we'll be seeing the output. And here I'll be writing the code. Okay. There are different tabs. No worries to learn this. We'll be discussing this afterwards. Let's start stuff practically पहले. उसके नीचे you will see this छोटा सा window which this SQL plus लिखा हुआ है उसके ऊपर. If you click on this SQL plus, this new this new window will come in front of you. I'll click on it, and this SQL4 file will get open in front of you. You can, if you want to close it, you can just click on this and you can close the file. Click it. It is asking, do you want to save it or no? If I want to save it, click on save button. It is asking where you want to save it. Let's say I want to save it in training, and I'll give it as test. Save, it will get saved. Okay, so that is how you save the file. That is how you delete the file, and that is how you create the file. ठीक है.
yes, sir.
यहाँ पर भी save button है. You can click on that to save it. This is a run command. If you click on this, the entire query will get run. This command is like whichever sentence you have selected, that query or that sentence will get run. It will not run the entire page. It will run only the selected query, basically. Right? So it is like that. Limit 1000 rows. So here, if you wanted to see the output, the number of rows will be only 1000, not more than 1000. Because of running the query faster, that's why we have given the limit. If you want to increase or decrease it, you can do this from here.
Akshay, 1 second.
Yeah.
How did you get this SQL file for? Where is the option?
Yeah, this one. This.
Okay.
Click on this, and this new window will come in front of you. The file ke niche there is a icon below file. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's write some commands. Okay. So before writing anything, we have already discussed that can we reset the password? I forgot the old one. That's why I ask you to put the password something which is very simple. It is quite difficult to reset the password in MySQL. In other thing, it is quite easy, but in MySQL, it is very difficult. You need to go to administrator वगैरह वगैरह. It will take a lot of time. But
सर डिलीट करके नहीं हो सकता, अनइंस्टॉल करके?
हाँ, मतलब उस लोकल इंस्टेंस को डिलीट कर दो एंड क्रिएट न्यू लोकल इंस्टेंस, वैसा चलेगा.
बस.
ठीक है. बट इफ यू वांटेड टू आल्सो रिकवर दैट सेम लोकल इंस्टेंस, देन उसका काफी लंबा प्रोसीजर है. बट आई रिकमेंड डिलीट द लोकल इंस्टेंस एंड क्रिएट न्यू लोकल इंस्टेंस. Okay, so now let's start by writing our commands. So I want to create a table. Let's say I want to create this Amazon dashboard. ठीक है. Amazon company के लिए we are targeting. So we are creating a Amazon का data set, not dashboard. We are creating an Amazon data set. But we guys remember that table will be created inside database, right?
Yes, sir.
First you need to create a database. Database के अंदर ही table रहेगा. So
Yes,
first
sir.
you need to create a database.
Yes, sir.
And the command for creating a database is create database. If you remember, create is a command by using which you can create the structure of the table or structure of the database. That is create. We'll be writing that. Let's start with this. And if I write create, people recommend use capital. So I'm writing in capital create, and the command is database. And the name I'm giving is, let's say Amazon. And all your query will be ending with this, semicolon. So I'm writing semicolon. And now I want to run this command. So what I'll do is I'll select this and I'll click on this button. That is the current wala jo symbol hai, beach wala. I'll click on that. And you can see the query got executed. We have a new database by the name of Amazon. I want to see the database. How I will see? You have a refresh button. Click on this refresh button, and you will see this Amazon dashboard database has been created. Can you see this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
you click on this,
Yes, sir.
in this database, we have tables, we have views, we have store procedure, we have functions. We have all this.
Akshay,
Yeah.
that option is not visible. I mean, enable.
Which option?
that one to push the that run button after
Again,
selecting the, yeah, this one is not
you know,
highlighting after selection.
this button is not highlighting.
Yeah.
Like this, then
Yes,
also
yes.
it is not
No,
highlighting.
no. It is
Okay,
something with downloading.
yeah, I think you go to file and there you can see run SQL script. Can you see this? Try to run it.
Yes, yes.
Now, is it
Again, it is
executing?
opening again pop up like run SQL query script, and I'm getting pop up which is directing me to another folder.
Okay. So I think you have installation में कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया होगा. So you
ठीक
need
है
to,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, you need to do that.
Okay, fine.
ठीक है.
Go
So
ahead.
first we created this database for Amazon in capital letters. But if I write in small letters, will it get executed? Let's see this. I'm writing create database, or let's say I'm giving name as Amazon 2, and you need to end with semicolon. I'll select this. I'll click on this this thing, and yeah, it is also got run. And if I refresh it, you will see Amazon 2 niche. So that means what? SQL is not case sensitive. You can either write in capital letters or you can write in small letter. Does not matter. ठीक है? But it is
Yes, sir.
expected that you should write the what is a command in capital letters, और बाकी के चीजें you can write in small letters. That is what the standard practice is, but it does not matter whether you write in capital or small. Okay. So I have already created two database. One is Amazon database and second is this what is say this Amazon 2
Amazon 2.
database. ठीक है? So now I want to see the database. Yes, I can see here. You need to click on refresh button. You can see here. But I want to see in a form of table. मतलब यहाँ पर output में मैं देखना चाहता हूँ. So for that the command is show database. Okay, let's do that. I'll give you 2-3 minutes after writing all the database. Then you can practice. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not writing in capital letters. I'm directly writing this. Show databases. Write semicolon. And let's run it. So can you see this? Now all the database which I have stored in my this SQL server or this MySQL will be visible. So I have a lot of databases. Amazon 2B Academy, information, etc., etc., etc. I've created in my previous classes. Anyone have any doubt?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, let's
Good
go
to
ahead.
know.
Suppose now I want to delete the database because I have a lot of databases. Like Amazon 2 भी है, Amazon भी है, कुछ और database भी है, मुझे उनको delete करना है. What is the command of deleting? What do you think? What will be the command?
Drop.
Drop.
Delete database if not
So
exist.
we need to use
If
the
you
drop
exist,
command.
then database name.
Yeah, so the drop command delete the entire structure of the table or the structure of the database. So because हमको पूरा उसका नामो निशान खत्म करना है, तो इसलिए will be using a drop command. But if you use delete command, तो structure रहेगा, उसके अंदर के values will get deleted. I don't want to have a structure. I just want to have I want to delete everything, right? तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे
Okay,
इसके
sir.
लिए will be writing this drop command. Drop and database. Drop database, and I need to write the name of the database. Which database I want to delete? I want to delete the Amazon 2 semicolon. Now run it, and you can see the tick mark, green color का tick mark which says the database deleted, and you can see Amazon 2 भी यहाँ से delete हो गया. There's no structure, उसका नामो निशान चला गया. ठीक है? So similarly you can, yes.
एक डाउट है वो, आप ड्रॉप कमांड यूज करके मल्टीपल डेटाबेस डिलीट कर सकते हैं क्या एक क्वेरी में?
नहीं नहीं,
सिंगल
मल्टीपल
कर
नहीं कर सकते. एक ही, इसलिए मैंने एक ही किया. We can do only one at a time.
ओके.
ये छोटा मोटा अपने ये नहीं है ना कुछ क्या बोलते हैं उसको, छोटा मोटा टेबल नहीं है, डेटाबेस है. ये एक घर है. एक साथ आप कितने घर तोड़ोगे? एक एक घर तोड़ो, पर तोड़ना ही क्यों है वैसे घर? वेरी बैड एग्जांपल, सॉरी फॉर दैट. ओके, सो कमिंग बैक टू द टॉपिक. अभी मुझे टेबल क्रिएट करना है, राइट? अभी ये डेटाबेस तो हो गया अमेजोन का, उसके अंदर मुझे टेबल क्रिएट करना है. टेबल मुझे ये क्रिएट करना है, लेट्स से मुझे टेबल क्रिएट करना है कस्टमर का. आई एम अ कस्टमर, मुझे मेरा डिटेल स्टोर करना है, लेकिन मुझे पहले MySQL को, आई नीड टू टेल MySQL फर्स्ट that I need to create a table, but in which database I need to create the table? Because we have a lot of database, right? Even if you have
Imagine,
one database,
yeah.
still you need to tell MySQL that this database you need to use. So what do you think? Which will be the command?
Use database.
Use your database name like Amazon 1 or 2.
Correct. Very good. Correct, Motiranjan. So we'll be using the command use database and write down the database ka naam. Let's say the database name is Amazon semicolon and run it. Fail हो गया
Sir,
क्यों?
use only database name.
अच्छा, use database name, sorry.
Use Amazon or semicolon.
Yeah, correct. So इस तरह से if you are mistaking, sorry, if you are doing some mistake, तो यहाँ पर you will see the red color का symbol, right? Which will tell you that you have an error. So that's why this part is very, very important, right? If you have a green color का tick mark, that means everything is correct. If you have a red color का tick mark, then it means it is wrong. So let's select again and run it. And you can see this green color का tick mark. It says use Amazon. That means it's a database. So now whatever table will create, the table will get added inside Amazon. No, nowhere else. Are you guys understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's create the table quickly.
तो और एक क्वेरी है मेरा,
बोलिए।
मैं ये सब सिलेक्ट करके मैं फिर से रन करूंगा तो दूसरा अमेज़न क्रिएट होगा या वही रहेगा सेम?
नहीं, अगर आप इसको दोबारा रन करोगे क्रिएट डेटाबेस को, तो सेम नाम है तो वो अलाउ नहीं करेगा,
अलाउ नहीं करेगा।
राइट? उसके आगे आपको
सर
one
वो
ABCD
एरर
लिखना
अवॉइड
पड़ेगा।
करने के लिए,
क्या बोल रहे हो?
उस टाइम में सर एरर अवॉइड करने के लिए यूज करना चाहिए सर क्रिएट डेटाबेस इफ नॉट एग्जिस्ट देन डेटाबेस नेम.
हाँ, करेक्ट. इफ नॉट एग्जिस्ट डेटाबेस नेम. विल बी लर्निंग ऑल दिस एडवांस, मतलब नॉट एडवांस, ऑल दिस क्वेरीज आफ्टरवर्ड्स. वी आर गोइंग वेरी स्लो नाउ, बट ठीक है. या यू कैन यूज दोस कमांड्स. ठीक है, परफेक्ट. सो नाउ लेट्स
हेलो
यूज
सर।
या
सर,
या
अगर हम बिना हाईलाइट किए रन करेंगे तो क्या होगा सर? रन नहीं होगा क्या?
बिना सिलेक्ट किए अगर आप रन कर दो तो आपका सब कुछ रन होगा इस पेज के अंदर. तो आपको ये वाला यूज करना पड़ेगा, ये
अच्छा।
वाला, बट इट
सर
विल रन ऑल द
बिना
थिंग्स.
बिना मार्क करके वो वाला यूज करेंगे तो
कौन सा वाला मतलब?
साइड जो आपने जो किया,
ये वाला ना,
साइड वाला,
रन
ये
वाला
वाला.
बटन, रन
हाँ
वाला
ये वाला
बटन।
करेंगे तो
हाँ,
आपको कर्सर रखना पड़ेगा कि किसको
पूरा
आपको कर.
क्वेरी।
अगर मैं इसके ऊपर कर्सर रख के करता हूँ तो इट विल वर्क.
अच्छा।
ठीक है,
ओके सर।
लेट्स लेट्स
ओके सर।
लेट्स डू दिस. लेट्स क्रिएट अ टेबल. तो कमांड क्या है टेबल क्रिएट करने का? सेम जो कमांड इसका है, यू नीड टू यूज द सेम कमांड, बट इंस्टेड ऑफ डेटाबेस विल बी राइटिंग टेबल बिकॉज वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ टेबल. सो क्रिएट टेबल एंड लेट्स गिव द टेबल का नाम. लेट्स से कस्टमर. create table customer semicolon and but this will not work because table is incomplete without columns and rows, right?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Table is incomplete without column. So create table का नाम, and now we need to add the columns. So open the bracket, close the bracket and semicolon, and in between this open and close bracket we need to write the column names. ठीक है?
यस सर।
So column name क्या होगा? Let's say the
Yes, sir.
first column which I want is ID.
कस्टमर आईडी।
Customer ID. I'll just make it simple. So I'll just write ID, or let's make it customer ID. इसमें space is not allowed, so I'll use underscore customer ID. ठीक है. So customer ID, अभी एक जो customer ID है that is integer, right?
यस
Integer,
सर।
yes, sir.
Number है ना ये, तो हमें यहाँ पे
Yes,
define
sir.
भी करना पड़ेगा the data
Yes,
type. We
sir.
need to define the data type, whether it is number, whether it is text, whether it is date. So let's define the data type. The data type is integer. So I'll
INT.
write integer int.
Int.
int. ठीक है. If you wanted to write the second column, then you need to write comma. So I'll write comma and I'll write next line में
Sir, customer ID also primary key.
वो अपन बाद में देंगे, उसमें भी दे सकते हैं, but at the end we'll give it primary key. So after ID we have name.
Okay, sir.
So let's write name or customer name, whatever you want to give, and the name will be what? Which data type we can define for the name? Yesterday we discussed about different data type of text.
हेयर
Character.
कैरेक्टर
Correct. Varchar is there,
Character,
character
sir.
is there. So we'll be giving varchar.
यस सर, पर क्या?
Yes, sir.
And varchar के अंदर जब भी आप लेते हो तो you need to define what is the length of your name. So I'm giving the I'm defining the name should be मेरे को लगता है नाम should not be more than 20 characters, right? So I'm giving 20 as length. So in this, I'll write 20, close the bracket, comma again. Now let's write one more thing. What else? Name होता है, customer ID होता है. उसके बाद let's say age. Age दे देते हैं. Age भी क्या रहेगा?
integer.
Correct. So
integer.
What else we can add?
Address.
Details address.
Address. ठीक है. Let's add address. Sorry for this. Address and address should be varchar.
Yes, sir.
And let's give some ज़्यादा line. Let's say 50 characters. Comma. What else?
Sir,
Mobile number.
Mobile number. Let's write this last one. Mobile number.
integer में होगा
इसको भी integer करते हैं.
रोल नंबर रहेगा ना, रोल नंबर.
रोल नंबर नहीं है, कस्टमर का है ना. कस्टमर का रोल नंबर कैसा आएगा?
अच्छा,
स्टूडेंट का रोल नंबर है.
स्टूडेंट.
या नो प्रॉब्लम. सो वी आर क्रिएटिंग Amazon के कस्टमर्स. ठीक है. सो ये सब हो गया. अभी हमें डिफाइन करना है प्राइमरी की. So either you can write primary key over here, or else you can write primary key, and in the bracket you can write the column name. That is what I usually prefer. So I'll write primary key, charger. Just a minute, I'll write this and then I'll put in charger, and in the bracket I'll write
Customer ID.
customer ID, and that's it. So you are not seeing red color का line नहीं है कहीं पर भी. That means there is no error, and this is also a blue color का thing, which means there is no error. So what I'll do is I'll execute this, select everything, and can you see ये सब एक ही इसके अंदर है because this is all one, and let's execute it. And yes, successfully we have executed it, and we have a table now.
Yes, sir.
So basically we created a table, and table is nothing without columns, so that's why we need to write a column. So table name, and then in the bracket you need to write the column names. इतना समझ में आ गया आप लोग को? Anyone have any doubt in this?
Yes, sir.
no sir.
No, sir.
Can I? Okay, can we have?
सर कैरेक्टर में और भी भेर कैरेक्टर में कितना क्या डिफरेंट है?
Integer
Character is-
digit limit, like 2
Sorry?
or 3.
Yeah, Komal, I didn't heard you properly. What you
Oh
said?
yes, yeah. Okay, मैं ये पूछ रहा
सर
हूँ.
कैरेक्टर एंड भेर कैरेक्टर
I'm listening to you. मैं आपको बताता हूँ सुब्रजीत. उनके पहले कोमल का कुछ क्वेश्चन है, उनका देख लेता हूँ.
ओके, हाँ.
Yeah.
मैं ये
Okay, sir.
पूछ रहा हूँ कि जब हम लोग ये इंटीजर आपने दिया लाइन नंबर 14 में एज इंटीजर, तो वहां पे हम लोग क्या कैरेक्टर का नंबर लिमिट दे सकते हैं, जैसे 2 या 3 या 4, मतलब 0020 0012, और जैसे सेम मोबाइल
No.
इंटीजर लाइक
No, it is
कैरेक्टर लिमिट 10.
for number it is not required. For decimal number it is required.
ओके.
If suppose it's a decimal number, then we need to give how many point के बाद कितना नंबर आना चाहिए, मतलब टोटल कितना होना चाहिए और कितने चीज के बाद पॉइंट आना चाहिए.
ओके, फ्लोट वैल्यू के लिए जरूरी है मतलब.
या उसके लिए जरूरी है, बट नॉट फॉर इंटीजर. And now Subrajit, coming to your thing, what is the difference between varchar and char? Char is used for small thing, varchar is used for larger thing. ये एक बड़ा difference है. And what is the other difference? What do you think, guys? किसी को पता है what is the major difference between char and varchar?
सर एक्चुअली जो क्या है उसमें जो मेमोरी वो मतलब वेस्ट हो जाता है.
Yeah.
सपोज 2030 में लिया है, उसमें 2030 मतलब वो फिक्स्ड है.
Correct.
लेकिन varchar में क्या होता है कि सर 2030 जो लिया है, जो जितने सपोज में 10 यूज किया है और बाकी 10 बच जाएगा, वो मतलब वो वाला वो 10 मेरा नेक्स्ट मतलब वो डेटाबेस में यूज हो जाएगा, मतलब मेमोरी वेस्ट नहीं होगा.
Correct. So just re-explain you what Moti Ranjan said. The major difference between char and varchar is, suppose I'm writing varchar as 50 in address, and if I'm writing address just Pune, 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 4 characters, so remaining 46 character will not get wasted. वो memory consume नहीं होगा. The memory will not be wasted. The memory will be, it will only take 4 characters. That's it. But instead of varchar, if I write character, char, and in character if I write 50, and if I write only Pune, Pune, so remaining 46 characters will get wasted. So char consumes more memory, varchar does not consume memory. It is like that.
Okay, sir.
समझा सुब्रजीत?
ये सर
ठीक है. अभी समझो मैंने इतना मेहनत किया, and I'm working as a, let's say, intern in this Amazon company. I shown this to my manager and my manager is not happy with my table. मैनेजर बोल रहा है कि ये बकवास टेबल बना है, इसको नहीं चाहिए मुझे. सो मुझे भी गुस्सा आ गया. सो व्हाट आई डिड इज आई डिलीट द टेबल. सो डिलीट कर देते टेबल को. कैसे करेंगे? हाउ यू कैन डिलीट द टेबल?
सर ड्रॉप.
Drop. We'll use the same command, drop, and we need to write the drop
Table
table. We
name.
need to drop the table. So drop table, और फिर देना है टेबल का नाम, राइट? टेबल का नाम है कस्टमर, semicolon, and run this, and you can see the table got dropped. So now if I refresh this Amazon, and यहाँ पर table दिख रहा है, there is nothing inside this table. The table is empty. अभी कल को मेरा मैनेजर बोला कि अक्षय, why you deleted? I want the
So
table back.
he's not asking for confirmation.
No, it is not asking for confirmation because we are just doing for locally. That's why. But when we set up this for the organization level, that time it will ask for confirmation and all the stuff. We need to manually
Okay.
do the settings on all this stuff. वो organization का setting होता है, but we are just doing for practice purpose, so it will not ask. Basically, it does not ask.
Okay, fine.
ठीक है? Suppose my manager says, Akshay, I want the table back. So I don't need to write everything again. What I'll do is, जो मैंने पहले लिखा है, I'll select it and I'll run it again. And you get the output. You can see the create table got added. I want to see the output, तो मैं इसको refresh करता हूँ. And you can see in table there is an icon. If I click on this, you can see customer table. And if I click on this, you can see the columns inside the customer table. Click on columns, and you can see customer ID, name, age, address, mobile number, etc., etc.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this?
नो सर, नो डाउट.
सर
No, sir.
टोटल रन हम कब यूज करेंगे?
क्या?
टोटल रन.
Total run.
हाँ, अभी हम एक एक सिलेक्ट करके कर रहे हैं ना,
हाँ.
जो पूरा पेज का वो कब करेंगे वो वाला?
वो तब आपको करना है पूरा पेज रन जब when you are deleting the previous commands. Right? क्योंकि पूरा पेज जब आप रन करते हो this page, then all the commands will get run at one go. Like for example, if I create a new query, and यहाँ पर अगर मैं एक नया database create करता हूँ, create database, and database name is XYZ, semicolon. So I don't need to select anything. What I'll do is I'll directly run this command, and because entire page is getting run, so we get the output. लेकिन अगर इसके नीचे मैं कुछ और लिखता हूँ और उसके बाद में if I run the entire command, तो it will start from up to bottom. So again it will try to create database, but database is already created, so it will give, right? So आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? Previous command you need to delete it, and then again need to write a new command and then run it. It is like that. समझ में आ रहा है सुब्रजीत?
यस सर.
सो द बेस्ट केस सिलेक्ट कर करके करो, क्योंकि कल को सपोज यू रिक्वायर दैट थिंग अगेन, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल आई डिलीटेड माय टेबल एंड नाउ आई वांट द टेबल बैक. सो if I have removed this, so I need to write it again, but because it is already there, I will run this again, so there will be no issue with it. Okay, कोई डाउट है इसमें?
Yes, sir.
सो अभी इंसर्ट डेटा करना है हमें. बच गया. It is already 10. Just let's insert the data. 5 minutes लगेगा and then I'll end the class. ठीक है? Let's extend the class for 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
So let's insert some value in the table, and I'll also give you one assignment as homework. ठीक है? So let's insert. अभी मुझे क्या करना है? I want to insert the rows. So I'll write insert. insert करना है तो insert command is not only insert, it is insert into, क्योंकि मुझे किसी चीज के अंदर insert करना है. I need to insert into something else.
Yes,
So let insert into. Now I need to write the table name where you want to insert. So the table name is customer, right? And then I need to write the things, right? Column name.
Value.
क्या बोल रहे हो? हाँ. So now there is two ways of inserting the
Sir,
command.
insert
First,
into-
yeah, there are two ways of inserting the command. First way is write insert into customer, मतलब table का नाम, and then write all the column name in sequence, and then write the values, and then write the rows name in sequence, right? But if you don't want to write the column name, then you need to write the you can directly write the values, but the values should be in this sequence. You need to follow this sequence: first customer, then name, then age, then address, etc., etc. Okay, let's use this. So I'll write values. Values के अंदर क्या आएगा? Open the bracket.
कस्टमर आईडी।
Correct. Customer ID. तो customer ID के लिए क्या आएगा? Let's say ID is 1, comma. Now name will be in double quotes. So I'll write let's say Amit, quote close, comma. Then it is asking for age. Age will be, let's say 20. So 20, comma. It is a number, so I'm writing in this. Mobile number. Sorry, address. Address I'll write as Mumbai, comma. Then we have mobile number. So mobile number will be like 9876543210, comma. That's it. Close the bracket, semicolon. And now let's try to execute this command. यहाँ पर error है. क्यों error आ रहा है? What do you think?
सर
ऐसा
सेमीकोलन
डिलीट हो गया ना सर डाटा।
सेमीकोलन एरर आई थिंक।
हाँ, क्योंकि
सर
मैंने
वो
नहीं सर,
database
पहले
नया
से
create
delete
किया
किया
है. Right? If you remember, I have created a new database. So I need to write again, use this database. So use Amazon को I'll select first. I'll write this run. So database has been used. And now if I run it, again it is showing error. Error is out of range value for
सर
column mobile number at row 1.
सर क्रिएट वाला नहीं किया ना?
नहीं
टेबल क्रिएट नहीं किया सर।
error is in the mobile number का column.
मोबाइल नंबर का इंट लिखा है ना, मे बी उसकी वजह से हो सकता है।
So maybe let's write mobile number as 1 2 3 just for
सिंगल कोट किया हुआ है, डबल कोट करना था।
no, single quote will also work. Yeah, now it work. So I think we have a big mobile number, उसके वजह से वो it show the error. So I think integer supports a limit. Integer has a limit. I don't exactly remember the limit, but I think it is only accept 7 or 9 characters. So instead of integer, we should write float, I think.
फ्लोट या फिर डबल, आई गेस।
Yeah, फिर double. We need to use double or float. So what we'll do is tomorrow I'll show you how to update the table. ठीक है, that time you will do this. But yeah, we have created the table and we have one row. So now I want to see the row. कैसे देखेंगे? How we can see the row?
So
select
शो
No, select command.
select
Select
Star
star
from table.
from table.
table name, which is customer. Semicolon and run it. And you can see the column header is this, row is this, and data is this. समझ में आ रहा है? So today we discuss about database. Today we saw how to create table. Today we saw how to insert the data in the table, and we also saw how to read the table. ठीक है? So that's it
Yes,
for
sir.
today. And I want you to practice this. I have only added one row, but I want you to add 10 rows at least. 10 values. ठीक है? That is your assignment. And once you complete the assignment, you can send the screenshot on the group. Just send the screenshot, no need of sending the file, right? Because it will motivate other people to also complete the assignment. No one will be tracking your assignment. Don't worry. No one will be giving you any punishment. But it is like you need to be self-disciplined to do this, right? That's it.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, let's meet tomorrow at same time.